an in-house production.
All right, everybody, welcome to season 2. We are at season 2. As y'all can see, we got a whole new setup. We've been going for a while. We missed y'all. We was trying to, change some things around, get some things together. As you can see, we've done that. Season 2, y'all, we very excited to be here. We also very excited. We have a special guest in the house for the first time. We have a female on the show to lend her perspective on things that we're gonna talk about today. This is the lovely E. How you doing, E? Good, good. Oh, no problem, no problem. So I'm your host as always, Professor Williams in the house. I'm here, y'all. Professor Williams in the house, and I got my co-host as always,
What's up, man? It's PRV. Glad y'all back, man. Please make sure you subscribe and like the video if y'all like it. Please comment. We love all type of criticism, whether it's good or bad. We always trying to get better, trying to move forward. We glad we got the guests. Make sure we have guests every episode.
Try.
Right, go try to get the guests.
That's right.
We gonna make it happen now.
Yeah,
We speak affirmations.
We're gonna have a guest.
We got guests every episode for season 2 and probably from then on. So make sure you go to perfectvictorysel.com for my social media sites for booking me, and please go down. You can scroll down to my clothing line link for a success story. Please make sure you do that.
Success story, yes.
Oh,
yes,
you
yes.
can let us know on your social
you
media.
got tags.
Right. Do
Yes,
anything.
y'all can find me on Instagram, 2_ Elysia. That's ELYCDIA. And
Ain't you on the top too?
Oh, I am on TikTok.
You on the top.
If you like a little laughter and
Like famous. Famous.
Stop
it.
Oh, I'm doing a little song, but yes, I'm on TikTok as Lycia Loren. Maybe I can type that in or something.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
we'll put it on the
It's
credits.
not
It'll be in the
long.
credits. It'll be in the credits.
But yes, thank you.
All right. So today, y'all, we talking about dating. So we've talked about dating on a previous episode before, but it was kind of generalized. You know what I'm saying? Like today, we kind of narrowing it down. You know what I mean? Like we talking about dating in the 2000s. You know what I mean? Like dating now is a lot different than when I was dating and I was about 20. You know what I'm saying?
Like a
Like,
giant leap.
yes, like it's so different. You know what I'm saying? Like dating is just it's a whole different ball game. Now as opposed to then. You know what I'm saying? So that's why we brought E here. To get a female's perspective on it. Just try to get a different side of things.
Right. Try to dead the misogynistic.
Yeah.
Emphasis and people try to throw out there. So we try to get more of a female side of things, more of an estrogen level. Right. No bias opinions and views heard.
Yes. So if y'all ever want to come on the show, just hit us up. Like go to the YouTube page. Anything like that. We gonna try to keep the guests coming. Yeah. All right. So first question. So should you go Dutch while dating until there's an understanding that there is a future together? And if so, do you think this can lead to a more genuine connection?
So, I feel as though I would be acceptable to do Dutch for only so long. So, maybe, if not the first date, then maybe the first 3 days. But after that first 3, I feel as though if we're still continuing to date, maybe we could take turns. And I don't know if you mean Dutch like literally while we sitting there eating. I'm paying my whatever I eat. But
yeah, like you pay for your Dutch, is in like, as the man, he pays for his side of the bill, whatever he eat, whatever, you pay for your side of the bill. So 2 separate bills.
See, so no, I'll do that for the first 3 days to see, if we gonna like each other, if it's even gonna be the first 3 days.
Okay.
And I only agree with that because I am the type of person that if we go on this first date, if I'm not feeling you, I'm gonna let you know we are no longer gonna continue to talk.
That's what's up.
So I have no problem paying whatever it is that I pay for, so you don't feel as though I owe you anything.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll do that for the first 3 dates to make it seem fair, and then after so long we can do half and half. Like as far as I'll pay for a date if you offer to take me on a date, I'll pay for our date, if I offer, I mean, and then vice versa. If you offer, you take me on a date.
Okay.
So I have no idea. I have no problem paying for us to go on a date, but continue to do Dutch all the way up into possible marriage or something. That's not happening.
No,
That's not happening.
that might be a
Yeah, I
little
would
bit too
expect
long.
that. That'd be
Yeah.
That'd be too much. So you say that you would be cool with doing it, possibly up to the first 3 dates. So do you think that could lead to a better connection? Like, do you think that has anything to do with the connection? Like, could it help it or hurt it at all?
I do feel as though it can help it, and I feel that way because actually it's funny because I was just having this conversation with my pops, and he told me, moving forward, you should look at relationships as a business. you know, so nobody feels as though you owe the next person for anything if anything was to go left. So I think it's fair because again, if I'm not feeling you, I will know within those first 3 dates and I will let you know whether we're gonna move forward or not, and you can never say I owe you for anything. So I feel as though it can help it because it for one it builds trust. I can hold my own, I can hold my own, and vice versa. Because as women, I'm not money hungry, but I do want to know that you have, your own as well.
Financially secure
Yes,
or stable at
yes,
least.
yes.
Stable.
So
Okay.
that can also show that you can, uphold your end as well within those first, days, depending on whatever it is we're doing. So I feel as though it'll help in those aspects. Trust, showing a few things up front that you can uphold, within those first 3 days. I feel like it shows a lot. So I
Just
agree.
I think it's fair. Um, I think both parties are showing that I'm not here to waste anybody's time and money. Like, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's fair for both parties. Nobody takes a loss. We both losing money. We both losing
time.
and time. You know what I'm saying? So, well, like you said, like you said, if the first day go bad, I just go bad. You know what I'm saying? We ain't speaking no more. So I think it's fair from that aspect. Now I don't expect a woman to take 3 days. That's like super loving and like you know what I'm saying? Like 'cause
Super wonderful.
I would never expect a woman to like we can go to 3 dates and you know what I'm saying 3 dates in a row. Like, but the first date I feel like it's fair to go Dutch because like I said, ain't no sacrifices on just one end. So the man's just taking the loss. Like you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so I have a question. So, what would you say to women? Because I know some women who would feel like that's asinine. Like, there's no way that should happen. There's no way we going on the first date and I'm gonna have to pay for myself.
I have
Like,
friends that say that shit. I have friends that say that.
okay, well, so what do you think about that mentality? Like, is that just is that a sign of something bad?
I don't feel like it's a sign of something bad, but then again, I do in a way.
Mhm.
And I only say that because it just depends on your intentions with it. So I grew up where that type of thing, you not doing that. Like my family would look at me like you're not paying for the first date. If you ask for a date, they taking they paying for it.
Mhm.
But that's just kind of how we approve it, in a way. So I feel like it's just your mindset on how you grew up in a way. So that's why I say I don't look at it as a bad thing because it could be, the negative, like you greedy type of thing. Because it is females. Like I ain't, you taking me on the date, you ask me on the date, you paying for it. I know plenty of females that's like that as well, just because they know that they can do that. They're entitled.
Right.
So it just depends on your intentions with it.
Yeah, see, I don't think there's nothing wrong with it either, especially if it's established. You know what I'm saying? Like if you talking about starting something, trying to start something. Hey, let's go out, whatever the case may be. And like I said, it's established as far as like I think we should do it this way for these reasons. You know what I'm saying? Now,
Yeah.
if you ask a girl out, you take her out, and then the bill come, you like, oh, ain't you paying your half? You know what I'm saying? Like
Now,
that's
that's
a little
different.
different.
Yeah,
That's
that
You know
is.
what I'm
different.
saying?
It does
That
have
would,
to be a
That was
communication. Like
stingy.
you
yeah,
better say something before,
yeah.
or shoot. Even if I approach a guy, I don't mind specifying that either. Like I'll pay for it, and I have before actually on the first date, just recently, not so long ago.
Okay.
He paid for it. We went bowling. He paid for our first hour, and then when it came to it, we never discussed anything. I was like, I'll pay for our next hour if we went bowling again. And it was unexpected on his. You can tell he wasn't expecting it, but
Mhm.
I do still feel like it should be a communication thing beforehand if the woman is not expecting it, or whoever it is that asks to go on the date is not expecting
So my first actual date with my wife, she paid for it. Like the first time we saw, because we met each other at work. The first time she seen me outside of work, I had a birthday party. She came to my birthday party. It was on a Saturday. We were supposed to go bowling that Monday, But I told her, I was like, man, I spent so much money on this birthday party. Like, I'm like, well, I need to re up a little bit. Like, let's go next week or something. She was like, no, she was like, I'll pay for it. It's all about, I still didn't want it. I was like, no, we can just wait. She was like adamant about it. She was like, no, it's cool. I'll pay. So I'm like, okay, cool. I mean, so I think that's dope. Like when a woman is secure enough to do that, because I definitely don't think all women are. I don't think all women are secure enough to even approach a man. Like I think some women feel like that's beneath them as well.
I mean,
And that's all a mindset.
because I've been on dates where the chick would be like, "Let's go somewhere," and still expect me to play.
Mm-hmm.
Because some people feel like if the girl say, "Hey, let's go out to dinner," you thinking like, "Oh, she gonna pay."
Yeah.
When the bill comes, she kind of like,
Look, where my phone?
Right. I gotta go
Right
to the bathroom. Yeah.
you kind of like, "Damn,
Yeah.
I gotta split this Ruth Chris beef by myself."
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, like you said, as long as it's like communication beforehand, like it should be all good for sure.
Okay. All right. That's what's up. Sounds good. All right. Let's go to the next question. So, as far as you being famous and stuff, you know what I'm saying? So, can you tell us what was the best and worst way a man has ever approached you? So, what's the best? No, let's start with the worst. What's the worst way a man has ever
Let's
approached
answer
you?
the best first.
Oh, let's say the best first. What's the best way a man has ever
The worst
approached
one's
you?
fun.
Y'all gonna make me think. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
What's the
I don't
best
like
way?
to be approached, so I try to avoid those type of situations. I'm for real, but the best way.
What's the most recent way? You said you just went out on a date with a guy, right? Did he approach you?
Okay, he did. So I don't know if y'all know, but I'm very. I don't mind trying any business venture. So I had this venture of doing my massages, seductive massages by Biggie. Not but he actually booked the appointment. Not only did he book the appointment, but he came to support, and he pretty much let me use him for my promo video and stuff, and then he got me flowers and stuff as a
He's not only a client.
well, I wasn't expecting it, so
Right.
it was nice that he came to not only support my business because he did, pay for everything and still let me, like I say, use him. He thought about me, got some flowers, and even after that, he did ask me to go bowling and help me going bowling.
What's up, man?
That was probably my best way, actually, recently, and
Okay.
shoot, in the long run.
Okay.
Like I try to avoid those situations, and dating for me, that's why I'm like, the top is dating.
But you try to avoid the cold approach on people approach you trying to approach you.
I guess I'm not necessarily. I'm at this point where, so this year I am dating, but I want to date myself.
Okay.
So I'm at the point of, I was in a relationship for a long time, and I didn't get to, I guess, fully find myself after all of that, like to see what it is that I like to do, what I like to eat, where I like to go. Like I'm finding out that St. Louis has so many places and stuff that I never even knew about. Restaurants,
Especially on the south side.
shoot,
Yeah.
like arcade game rooms. Like
Yeah.
I'm a big kid, so I'm finding out a lot of this stuff. And unfortunately, I've never really been the type to be able to go on wine and dine and go on all these dates and stuff. So since I couldn't do it with nobody else, I want to do that with myself to figure out what it is that I like to do. So I'm trying to avoid all men right now. It hasn't been the best for me. So this year I'm going to date myself and find what it is that I like to eat. So when I'm asked questions when it is I'm dating, what you want to do, or what you like to eat, where you like to go, I ain't saying Applebee's or
Right.
the
I don't know.
typical. Or I don't know, right?
Where you want to go?
Oh, well, I found this nice spot. Let's go here. And I can do that for myself. So that's gonna be my date. That's why I'm avoiding men. So FYI, I'm off the market.
Wow. So they can't shoot their shot on in the comments.
They gonna shoot the
Shoot
shot.
your shot and make same like people.
Wow.
Never know.
Never know.
I ain't knocking on. I ain't
So-
knocking on my-
So what's the worst way a man has ever approached you?
Oh my goodness. The cliche yelling, especially me being a club promoter. The grabbing, I don't like being touched. And I don't like being pulled on. Hey, can I talk to you? That's constant.
What about hey, that's
just that in general. Like I said, I'm in the club. Even the social media, like it's crazy because I'm a club promoter, so I'm in people's inboxes, trying to get them to come out. Just recently, like I'm getting this dude to come out. He sent me a picture. Everything. He pretty much told me he coming out. He asked me in the message, "Can I take you on a date?" You're coming out. You're gonna see me tonight. You don't want to just ask me in person, like, like that is just. Like,
wow.
like if you go, hey, ask in person. Like you're about to see me in less than 8 hours. You don't want to just ask me.
But that's different.
It is different.
You want
It's more pressure.
One-on-one environment.
Yeah. Maybe you're a little pressure when you out and about and everybody in your face. You know what I'm saying? I hear men actually say that they hate trying to talk to women in front of other women because they feel like it's pressure from that woman to turn them down because they're in front of other women.
I'm a club promoter, but I still be in my own bubble. I be in my own little world. Literally, like there's my team, and then there's Biggie. Like I'll be dancing, doing whatever, and you can look on my Instagram. I'm for real. Like I literally be in my own bubble, in my own world. I ain't bothered by nobody. Ain't nobody dance with. I don't dance on people. I don't. I do dance with females, obviously, and friends and stuff. But I don't. I be in my own little world. So there's no reason. That's not an excuse for me.
Okay. So there's nothing a man can do in 2022 to get E to open her eyes to them?
I mean, I'm not saying that there isn't. If anything was to happen, then hey. But right now, my focus is on myself. So if you can make me tune out of that for a little bit, then hey. But otherwise,
I understand. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I would say one thing though, like the whole like dating yourself thing. It is cool though. But I have realized like. I guess maybe because it's different because I'm a man, but not dating women. Like women are the ones who show you them new things that like you didn't know that you like. You know what I'm saying? Maybe because women date themselves. Maybe that might be the reason. So they know more about going rock climbing, going paddleboat sailing. You know what I'm saying? Like or going on trips and stuff like that. Like the stuff that I learned was through women. Like just dating women. Like them put me on game about certain stuff. So. Dating yourself is cool though. I mean, it's lonely, but it's cool.
I think everybody needs to do it for at least 6 months.
Especially after a relationship. After a
relationship. I mean, even just to know yourself and just to get in tune with yourself. Like you find out so much about yourself when you date yourself. Like trying different stuff. You don't have another person's opinion. Well, I don't think we should go here because it ain't about what you want. Like
you
ain't gotta have to worry about that. Yes, leave when you want to leave, and then you meet new people. Like you don't got nobody next to you, so anybody can walk up to you. And I just know I'm gonna be a billionaire this year. So who gonna walk up to me this year? So hell.
So let us know. Would y'all ever date yourself? Do you think that's a smart thing to do? You think it's a lonely thing to do? You think it's a bad thing to do? Like, what you think? Dating yourself. I used to go to clubs by myself. Like, I used to go to the loft by myself a lot. Like, just on a whim. Just get up and go to the loft. I went out to eat by myself a couple of times too. It is dope though. You know what I'm saying?
It's like solitude. Like
it's dope. Like I remember the first time I did it. I went to Applebee's. And my wife, well, we weren't married then, but she was out of town, and I don't even know where my kids was at. I was like, man, I want some Applebee's. I was like, anybody to go with? I was like, you know what? I'll go by myself. I went and sit at the bar, talked to the bartender, watched the game. Like it was.
See, you don't have to.
I sat there for probably about like 3 hours, like just chilling.
Just chilling.
It was dope.
Yeah. The first time we did, I think I went to Bar Louie, y'all, in St. Charles. I sat there and they was like, "You waiting on somebody?" And I kind of felt a certain way, like, "Nah, I'm just kind of by myself." Oh, okay. You want to sit at the bar?
That's all right.
But it make you feel a certain way at first. Yeah. When you sit there, you chilling, you eating.
Yeah.
It'd be super cool though.
Yeah, it was
Once
dope.
you get, just imagine getting used to it. So at first it threw you off, but imagine going out by yourself all the time. People say, "No, I'm here chilling by myself." Yeah. Like it's you securing yourself. Like it helps you find security within yourself. Like you don't have to worry about.
I went to movies by myself. It was cool. Just laying back, chill. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? It'd be cool.
That's what I'm doing all this year. So if you want to check it out, I will be vlogging it on my YouTube. Live with Big E.
All right. Yeah.
Yes.
We're gonna put that in the credits too. Vibe with Big E.
Live.
Oh, okay.
Because I want to do live because live is like live. It can be live or live. And it's literally going to be that person. Like every day, like you're gonna see what I do. Because a lot of people feel like I did this overnight. Well, it just seems like it's happening overnight. A lot of stuff. I have so much coming up. Like I have so much to do.
That's dope, man.
But
Look forward to it.
it just feel like
Sure.
it's happening overnight, and I feel like I've been through a lot, and it's not easy. So I've been asked so many times last year, like even just compliments that I got last year. I got so many more compliments on my energy more than you look good or your outfit cute. Like that means so much to me, like being complimented on your energy. And I especially to know where I came from. So it's just like amazing. And people ask me how I became so confident and what changed and da da da. So that's the point of my channel, my YouTube. I eventually want to put out to show, where I came from and where I'm going.
So if you do change it to vibe, we need some of them
Vibe
royalties.
actually
We
sounds
need some of
good
them
though.
royalties. Yeah, you straight up there, son.
It sound good though. So I might,
That sound good.
might have to tweak some.
Sure.
But yeah.
All right, let's go on to the third question. So, do you think one of the reasons that the dating scene is so bad right now, because you said yourself that the dating scene was kind of whack right
It's
now, right?
terrible.
I hear a lot of people say that it's horrible to try to date right now. Social media is the devil. Really.
Yes.
So do you think one of the reasons that dating is so bad right now is because of the differences of what men and women look for? Like, men tend to, you know what? I'm gonna let Vince explain this. Mr. Pryor, you explain this because you did it so eloquently earlier. So like, what's the difference? So earlier you was talking about the difference between what women look for and what men look for.
Oh yeah. Like, cause like I said, women date who they want. Men have to date who they can. So like, women want a man that's of status, of value. The average man is not of value to most women. So the average man has to get what he can get. He can only do his average, his level, and down. Like it's very few times that an average man will be able to
Date
get
up.
more. You know what I'm saying? Because biologically, women date up. Men actually settle more than women do. In a sense. So if men have to date who they can because they have to build themselves a certain status way. You either gotta be amazingly gorgeous, you're gonna have to have money, or you just what was that I said? Money.
It was just them two, money and looks.
Right, money, looks, right.
Or status.
Yeah, right, you know what I'm saying? Of status. So if you don't have one of those, it's gonna be hard for you to even get the average woman because the average woman looks for perfection. And not necessarily you perfect, you look like God, but perfect in her eyes. So if you ain't got money, you don't look like Michael B. Jordan or Drake or Idris Elba or one of these, sex symbol guys. Like it's gonna be hard for you, you know what I'm saying? Unless you just got game. And most men don't know how to talk to women, so you don't know how to approach women, because most women probably feel like Like, I don't like niggas approaching me. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to do, but when he do approach me, I don't like how he approach me. You know what I'm saying? I'm dealing with something right now. I'm like, so you don't really know how to approach a woman, because you get mixed signals on what women say they think is deem appropriate. You know what I'm saying, for men to approach them. So that's my view on that.
So because we've talked about before how we have a saying about certain type of men that ruined the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, and what I mean by that is that especially nowadays, like the the etiquette of approaching and trying to talk to a woman nowadays is asinine. Like it's so much different than when I was in my 20s and days.
For no reason. I don't understand
No,
why.
it is a reason. So the reason is, I mean, it's gonna sound cliche, but it really is. It's social media. Because what happens now is a man can go online and look at any kind of woman he wants to, right? He can go online and look at any kind of woman, and she's accessible to him. You know what I'm saying? Because he can see anything intimate about her he want to see, pretty much. You know what I mean? So then when he go out and he see a real woman, like that's what he's seeing. He's seeing what he can. Right. You know what I'm saying? He can see the same thing that he's seeing on the internet every day. So if I can go and look at this Instagram model half naked all the time, or go to her OnlyFans and see her butt ass naked all the time, you know what I'm saying? Then who are you to treat me like I'm nobody? You know what I mean? So now it's like it's like you say, it's brainwashed. Like social media really is the devil. Like I say that a lot because it's true. Like social media has ruined so much. Relationships, dating, how you approach people, like the whole nine. Like so it actually gives people unwarranted confidence. Like it almost makes people overly confident.
I feel like that's any entertainment though, music, TV, stuff you watch. Listen to the music you listen to. How they approaching females in music videos
I
and
mean, I
everything. I
think it
mean, it
all
all
play
plays
off
a
each other
part.
a
Yeah,
little
of
bit.
course,
Yeah.
it all definitely plays a part. But I'm just saying it to add to it. Like it definitely, I do agree that that's why.
So if you had to pick a reason that dating nowadays is so screwed up, like what would that reason be? Like you had to say like this is the number one, because there's several reasons. You know what I'm saying? But like you say, you dating yourself in 2022. You know, you're kind of off the market, and I would have to imagine that that has to do with because of how men are, to at least to some degree. You know what I'm saying? Because if men were chivalrous and things like that, then you probably wouldn't feel that way. So according to, how you seeing yourself right now, how you're feeling right now, not really dating in 2022, dating yourself in 2022, like what is the reason that you feel like the dating scene is screwed up?
Be real with you.
Please do.
I'm gonna be deep with you.
Please do.
The reason I am no longer dating is because I feel like not everybody, most people, especially our people, are traumatized. Everybody's going through a trauma. Somebody got a trust issue. Like the way that dating is not even. It's nowhere. Like people are dating without labels. They feel like labels it means nothing now. Like it, everybody just fucking and sucking the next person. Like and it's okay. And it's all because it's trauma. It's trauma, and I feel like it comes from a lot.
Yeah.
A lot. And I realize it with the men that I've dated. Like I can see what they come with. Like I take heed to my red flags now. Like and I see the stuff. So it's like once I see it, I can't. And that's another reason why I don't want to date. I don't want to do no more pointless dating because when I love hard. And it doesn't take me long, unfortunately, to catch feelings. Like when I feel for you, I feel for you. Like I don't mind taking care of you. I don't mind doing whatever for you once you get to a certain point. I cannot do that anymore because I've gotten to that point to where I had to cut people off because they showed me a red flag that I just cannot accept. After I've already developed that love, that care for you, because it's not always love, of course, but you know what I mean.
Just feelings.
Yeah, feelings.
Yeah,
so I can't do that anymore because I don't want to continue to trauma by myself, by constantly being hurt because of, hurt people, literally. And I feel like everybody's doing that to each other. Like at least the people that I've dated, I've seen, whew, it's just, dating is trash. Dating is trash, and it's because a lot of people are just hurt and don't know how to deal with it.
So how old are you?
I'm 26.
So you're 26. So dating at 26. I'm 40. How old are you? Yeah.
No, you're like, why you
I'm 38. Yeah,
Are you exing?
Oh my god,
because I'm 35. I kind of like stopped counting. I was kind of like,
Oh,
birthday.
goodness.
I could have kicked my birthday. I won't care.
Okay.
So I'm 38.
Okay, so when I was dating at 26, I'm pretty sure when you were dating at 26, like it was different. You know what I'm saying? Like
I lost a lot of money.
yeah, 14 years ago, like social media wasn't. You know what I'm saying? Like the whole dating scene was different. You know what I mean? Like it just was. It was more. It was literally more about you meet somebody, you take them out, you see if you like them. If you don't, then that's it. Pretty much. You know what I'm saying? So I've been on countless dates. You know what I'm saying? And I have never in my life had a relationship in badly where like we like hated each other or like we cursed each other out and like walked out on each other or something like that. Even with my kid's mom, like I literally got up one day and decided to leave. Like we wasn't arguing or nothing at the time. I just something clicked in my head. I knew it was time to go. You know what I'm saying? So I've never even had a relationship end badly. So things were so different then than they are now. Like at 26, you remember how dating was?
That's an anomaly, like what you went through. Like to have like no bad breakup. Most people break up badly. Like I think on average it's mostly like bad, like somebody feeling a certain way that you not feeling. Like you might have walked out, and she might have felt like, why he walking out? Like it wasn't like
Yeah, but I'm saying like it didn't. There wasn't like no big argument or nothing like that, and we was like, oh,
y'all just decided y'all shouldn't be together.
Well,
all my breakups was bad.
Well, we.
I mean,
I didn't have too many, but the one that I've had was two that I'm still doing.
Yeah, I'm saying, and
And
Go
it's
say
because of
this.
trauma.
I guess I wouldn't deal with trauma. They probably deal with trauma, but for me, like, I guess I was traumatized by the combat. You know what I'm
The
saying?
There's
fighting?
always
It
one.
wasn't
No, that's what I mean.
right. I mean, yeah.
There is all, but that's why so many toxic relationships. You can't look forward to toxic relationships
It's no,
nowadays.
that's
Yeah,
not,
people
that's
think
think
it's
that's
normal.
normal.
Yeah.
People like create like couple goals like on toxic.
But you know what they come
stuff.
from? Unfortunately, that comes from bad parenting. Because
Trauma.
what happens is you see that growing up as a child, so you normalize it. So you think this is part of generational trauma. You think this is part. You think this is how relationships supposed to be. Like you're not cursing at me, you're not screaming at me, you must not love me.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like we're not fighting, we must not love each other. You know what I mean?
It's not
And unfortunately, that's kind of what that comes from.
I know it. That's
I don't want to say it's all childhood trauma. I think like nowadays, like it seems like it's just that's what it's like. That's a goal. Like it's just supposed to be how. It's like that's how it's supposed to be. Like I saw a girl that was saying like she liked toxic men because she liked the whole like the energy.
The
I guess
love, the obsessed
Whoa,
love,
right.
the obsessed type
Yeah.
of.
Word.
Did y'all not?
She said the word toxic.
I like toxic men.
Jeez.
Did y'all not hear
Tell me.
the whole
It's
spiel
normal.
on whatever her name is, saying that she don't want to date a guy unless he's strangling her with a gun upside her head? And
Who said that?
Oh, was that Drea?
Just one of the no, she one of the
Man, it was one.
the influencer girls. Just
Kardashian?
No.
Aria.
Oh, Ariana
The
Grande.
Ari girl.
Aria.
Yeah.
Fletcher. That's the
She
one.
was
That's the
one
money.
interview
Was
said
that
that on a
money bag
live
girl?
TV show.
Yeah.
And they like, backlash on her, of course, but
Yeah.
she damn near promoting domestic violence.
Right.
Wow.
But they're like, and that's why entertainment. That's what I mean. Go back to what you said. Everything like
And once you accept it, everybody think it's cool.
everybody.
It must be okay
that's
because
what it should be.
right. And then when you
Yeah.
and then
And
think
I'm
about
not
that,
dealing
yeah.
with it. I have a low
And think about that, if a girl accepts
attitude
it,
problem,
if a girl
and
accept
I
it,
go,
and a man see that she accepted,
he gonna
he gonna tell his homies like, bro, this how you supposed to be. So now he teaching the younger generation, bro, this how you supposed to do it. Girls gonna like you if you do that. If you choke her, bro, she gonna like you more. Don't be nice, bro. That's how it. That's a generation right there because you passing it down. Like for me, like that's how I became a horrible person. Like, cause like I was taught by
from
people.
the big dog.
Right. I was like,
You was
Big
choking with?
bruh.
no, I'm choking. I'm just about like as far as like how to treat women, like when when that big homie told me like, but you know you ain't gotta make her your girlfriend to hit, right? I
Exactly.
was like, what?
Next
That
thing
was
you know,
profound. Like,
Wow.
she ain't gonna be my girlfriend. I always thought that's how it's supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? And like when he told me that, like
there
that
goes
was like
the labels.
that would be the labels on the
Wow.
window. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But then when I got a little older, I got about 24, 25, and I had just got my relationship, my first like real relationship, and like I started to try the dating scene. And like I said, I waste so much money because like I realized like girls will go on a date with you just to eat,
Get a date.
just to see the new movie, like just to they'll be here eating, looking at you and be like,
Or the cloud chase. Females do
yeah. So
I got so and so taking me here on Monday, so and so taking me here.
and they and you realize you be getting used, like because really you just taking her out until her baby daddy get his shit together.
Because I've heard both sides of the stories. I know females is dogging niggas
Yeah.
and doing it perfectly fine.
And I understand they be trauma on their end too. They probably tired of getting
You
done by niggas, so they trying to flip the role. You know what I'm saying? So I get it. So it's all like
I say your intention with it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Wow. Man.
Yeah.
It's bad out here.
See,
It's hard out here.
I've been truly blessed. Like I haven't dealt with a lot of that type of stuff. I just haven't. I don't know why or how. I just haven't.
When did
You know
you
what I'm
get
saying?
married?
I got married in 2017.
So you been locked up for a
You
minute.
talking about?
You ain't.
So you been locked up for a
Yeah,
minute.
you ain't even.
But I'm 40 though. You know what I'm saying? So it ain't like
But
I got married.
That's what I'm saying.
True.
7 years.
They
That's
wilding
true.
out
That's
here.
true.
This new female rapper group, stripper rapper group.
These men
They
are
too.
terrible too.
But I think the women are making it like
way.
way worse, like because they making it seem like it's okay to be that way. So of course a man gonna treat you how you is.
Yeah, they making it hard for me.
They making it way harder. Like Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion and Mulatto and
They do make it hard.
they making it because they are showing an image like you can look like me, do what I do, and men go like you anyway. But the type of men that like you is gonna be the toxic ones. That's the only people that can deal with somebody who twerk all day, who drink, use men for money. You go only attract your energy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So like that's another thing that makes dating wrong. And my thing is, I don't understand how women look up to them, how they use men, but they all got boyfriends. All of them got boyfriends telling you, don't listen to him, don't do this, don't do that. Get your money, girl. Don't worry about his money, girl. You can use these men, do this. And they
Right.
go right home. They go leave the studio,
They
go right to their
they
man
do with no problem.
with no friends
They
and love and
money,
kiss
they
her and you like
house,
this,
all that in the exactly.
and
I
telling
just
you be
don't get
single.
it.
Like they say, because it's a saying, like they say, single women keep women single. Like if you speak in singleness all the time, like that's why you're on the radio.
That's
Single
single
women keep
messing.
women single.
Single women will keep women single.
Wow.
If you spewing that on the radio all day, you get brainwashed by it.
You do it,
You know what I'm
and it's the
saying?
wording. Word.
Yeah.
So
It's everything.
so lately I've been, because I talk to people at my job a lot. That's how I get like a lot of questions and content like that we talk about on here. So I've been promoting hang about like-minded people. You know what I'm saying? And I know everybody does that. I'm not saying like I'm just saying like I've been talking about it a lot because I feel like even if you aren't like even if you're single, like take yourself, you single, right? But you're looking for something long term, correct?
If I do date,
If
yes.
you do, okay. So I feel like you should hang around people who are in long-term relationships, even if you're not looking for that, right? Or you're looking for it, but you're not looking for it. I can't
I
think
know
of
what
the
you
word I'm
mean. You
saying.
attract certain energy, so
Yeah,
you have to be within that
exactly.
energy
So
for
you
it.
be around those type of people because then that's what you'll gravitate to. You know what I'm saying? And you'll start to understand like, okay, this is the type of man. This is the type of man that will end up being a husband for me. You know what I'm saying? So like I say,
They
like
know
married people should
what.
hang around married people. If you marry, you shouldn't, be around single people all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like you should hang around the type of people that you are trying to get to or the place that you're trying to get to. You know what I'm saying? So you do that, I think it'll definitely help. Like if you single and all you listen to, like you say, is Meg
Yeah.
and Cardi, like you probably go stay
Yeah.
single for a while. You know what I'm saying? Or even like the male rappers too, Moneybag Yo and Pooh Shiesty. Like you sitting around
Yeah.
listening to them all the time, like
And you
you
gonna
know what I'm
end up
saying?
being
Like
like
you
him.
exactly like it's like people it's you gotta change your culture. Like yo
Everything. What
man,
you
you gotta
say.
change everything around you. You really do.
You gotta
Your
speak
whole
out on that type of
environment.
stuff too, though. Like women gotta see that. Like men gotta see, like, yo, don't listen to him. Like, bro, don't do. He just an entertainer, bro. Don't listen to him.
But
Like,
you know, nowadays people are doing stuff to entertain the next
Mm-hmm.
person as well. They
it's
doing stuff
true.
to be in competition with the next person who got the
That's a
hoes,
new thing
all of
right
that.
there.
Like this
Competition with each other.
competition is always there to be
Yeah.
big.
So I believe
It's
that's
just
what
low
happens with
key.
women
Now it's
a
just
lot too.
these motherfuckers just don't care now. Before the competition was low key, like oh I ain't gonna say shit. Now they just don't give a damn. Now
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
up in your face.
Yeah.
So
I think we should be like there's a big thing, especially with black people, like mind your business. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, if that ain't
yeah,
you. But
that's a culture
I
move.
agree with that to some degree. Like I feel like if it's somebody who you see doing something stupid, like you ain't gotta be like ignorant with it, but
Right.
you can always pull somebody to the side and be like, bro,
So
that's
it's
not smart. You know
So
what I'm
it's
saying?
easy.
Yeah,
You never know. They might think about,
absolutely.
well, damn, maybe he
Absolutely.
would
You
right
know what I'm
later
saying?
on. Just what you
Especially
said.
if it's somebody younger than you, somebody that you can, for lack of a better phrase, like take under your wing, like like
Or be
hey,
a mentor to
like
you.
I was doing that with this girl at my job. She was young. She was trying to like advance in the job. I had already advanced and stuff, and I would see her like she'd be playing around and stuff, and I'd be like, hey, man, you gotta stop that. Like, if this is what you're trying to get, this is who you need to be. You know what I'm saying? You can't be playing around with these other kids if you're trying to eventually be the boss of these kids. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I think like we should take more of a more of an approach, like as far as just like trying to help people extend the olive branch. Like, hey, man, chill out. You know what I'm saying? Like you should do that. You should do that. You know what I'm saying? You see somebody in a toxic relationship, like, hey, you might want to rethink what you're doing. You know, because I know relationships really be taboo because people don't like to hear when their relationships are bad.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like you never
Don't
know when people
ask me
receptive.
then. My friends know, don't ask me. You don't want nothing. You want the honest answer to.
Hey, honesty is
People need real friends, man.
yeah.
You need somebody that's gonna hold you accountable. You need real friends because
Definitely.
I be seeing dudes make mistakes, and I be like, I say, you must ain't got no friends. 'Cause
Yeah.
ain't no way you
Absolutely.
make that kind of decision in your life.
Absolutely
And ain't
not.
nobody said, bro, like, what you doing?
Hey.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
I tell my wife all the time, like I say we friends because we honest. Like if I'm doing something stupid here, be like, nigga, that is retarded. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I do the same thing. Like that goes a long way. And I think one of the biggest problem, like speaking like on the woman side of things, I think women's friends are the devil. Man, I'm telling you, I see it so much, especially like these young girls. Like I heard them telling their friends to be ignorant and to do stupid stuff. I'm sitting there looking like you can't be serious. Like why are you telling her? Why are you telling her to go talk to his brother? Like why are you telling her to do that? Like that makes no sense. And like I see it, I'm not saying men don't do it, you know what I'm saying? But I don't see men doing it as much as I see, like literally see women giving each other horrendous advice, like horrible advice. Horrible advice.
Women know they're not gonna lose. I get it though. You know, I mean, she knows she can talk to his brother because she know a nigga mentality gonna be he gonna do it anyway. Cause a dude go hit who he can, man go hit who he can hit. So if she there to hit, he gonna do it. So like a woman understand, like I get it, like she understand, like she can't lose. So whatever decision, I can say what I want, do what I want, nothing's gonna happen. Nothing's bad gonna happen, cause nothing has ever bad happened. I can shake my ass online. I can do this. I can suck whoever. Long as I look good, a man still gonna want me at the end of the day, and that's what she see. She ain't no loss.
How you feel about that?
He gonna pay my bills. He gonna do whatever I say, no matter.
I don't have friends for real. The ones that I have a very small circle, and that's for a reason. And
that's good.
I hear stuff like that all the time, and it's not from my friends, but I just hear stories, and unfortunately, I can't disagree with that he said. Like I'm not that way, of course. I don't think like that. I don't. That's another reason why I'm not dating, because I feel as though whatever I see a lot of stuff that my peoples went through as far as my pops and my mom. So I like I said, I take notes. I take mental notes to a lot of stuff, and it's certain ways that I will and won't move. It's certain things that I will and won't do just for respect for myself. So I say I'm built different. I mean, of course, there's other females that probably feel the same way, but as far as what he was speaking on, I do see it all. So I cannot say I disagree with nothing he said. I can't go against nothing he said. I agree.
And as men, we have to adjust. The lion don't tell the gazelle, and the gazelle don't tell the lion how to catch it. So if the men are the hunters and the women are the prey, you gotta play the prey's game. You know what I'm saying? So so the prey controls the game for real.
Well, I will tell you, those females make it very hard for women like me that actually want something real, lasting, and actually, because I know what I come with, and that's another reason I'm not doing pointless dating. Like, as far as we ain't going into the what you bring to the table type of talk, but I know what I bring as far as my mental, what I can do for your mental, what I can instill in another man as far as what it is that I've been through, what I've learned, what he may possibly need to know, like a lot. So I'm not wasting my time no more on what's your favorite color. I'm not doing that. So
I agree. You should date with a purpose. I believe all women should date with a purpose.
Exactly. So it's just intention.
Yeah.
My intention.
Date with a purpose.
Date with a purpose. Yeah. I got that from when Kevin Samuels said that. He was like, he feel like all women should date with a purpose. So
but a lot of women don't.
They don't.
And that's why I say it's hard. It's hard.
So that whole like go with the flow, like whatever happens, happens. Like,
you can't even do that no more.
You should have took up a failure, like
you do.
You know what I'm saying?
You do.
But can you do that in the beginning? Like if you're a woman and you're just starting out dating, say you 18, 19 years old, you just started out dating. How you gonna date with a purpose if you don't know what that purpose is?
Well, of course, at that age, and that's what I'm saying. Because last year I did not date with a purpose. This is a choice that I'm making on my own, and I feel like every person comes to that on their own, timing when it is that they want to actually find something. Because I do feel like everybody should have that single life, see what it is that you like in a person, go on different dates, do different stuff, date different ethnicities, all that type of stuff. So I definitely feel like everybody should, have that chance to get it out your system, even. So now you will eventually get to the point like I'm getting tired of it. I don't want to do it no more. I love hard. I see what it's doing to myself, and I see what I'm getting out of it, and I'm getting a short end of the stick. It's not worth it. So now I'm coming with you gotta do this, or we don't need to talk.
Right.
Because I know what it is that I come with, and I'm not coming with bullshit. I'm not coming to ask you to pay my bills. None of that. I hold my own. I've been independent for since my daughter been here. I had no choice, and she made me grow up, and that's the reason. My daughter's 6, so I've been doing a lot of stuff by myself, and I don't need another man to take care of me. I just need you to be equal, and we gonna make this business happen. I'm trying to do work, okay? So that's my whole thing, and a lot of women don't have that mentality though.
But I think the reason they don't be having it because, like you said, like when you was younger, like you didn't, you had to go through all
you did have to go through stuff.
the process, right? Because you don't really know, so you don't know what the purpose is. Like you don't even know how to get to the purpose because like you don't know what you like.
Like what you was
You know,
saying,
right.
18 and 19, you don't know.
You don't be knowing. And
Okay,
so I
so
think that's parents' fault that we don't know as young kids.
so like you say, we all agree everybody goes through the process, right? Some people never come out of the process.
And that's where
So
growth.
okay, so why
Change
why
is
why do you think some
inevitable.
people don't come out the process? Like what? No. So why do you think some women don't go out the process? I'm gonna ask you why you think some men don't come out.
Comfortability. Women get comfortable, like he said. Hey, if I can do this and still get this, and that, what I need to label for? What I need to? I got Tom, Dick, and Harry paying my rent. What I need to settle for one nigga for? It's a comfortable. Your mentality. You get too comfortable in it. You gotta want out better for yourself. Like
I agree.
you have to actually want it. If you just talking about it, you can talk about it all day. It's women with Tom, Dick, and Harry paying their rent saying, "Oh, well, I just want one man." Like,
Mhm.
Instagram, I'm lonely, this, that, and the third. But you still got all these.
Right.
Your mentality. You have to actually intend to do what it is that you want to do to get to where you want to be.
Right.
So
Okay.
So what about from the male perspective? Why do you feel some men don't come out of their process?
I think most men, if you of a certain status, it becomes a conditioned behavior. It's just like how women is. You just it's familiar, right? It's comfort. So you just get
all
content with.
around.
I didn't have money for 15, 20 years, and women do what I say because I got money. So why would I change out of that conditioned behavior? It's because it's working for me. Especially if you don't, like you said, if that man ain't got a purpose, if his purpose is not to get married, he just want women. Why would I change my plan? Like why would I change?
So I agree with that. I also feel like another aspect with men is men are actually taught to not come out the process. Like we are almost conditioned that it's not cool or weak to come out that process. You know what I'm saying? Like it's when you young, as a man, like I think we both said on the previous episode that we both have made fun of men that were faithful. Like at a young age, like nigga, you faithful?
It's men that still do.
You know what I'm saying? Like you faithful? You know what I'm saying? So like I think men do that to other men. You know what I'm saying? So we are taught that it's not cool to come out of their process. You know what I'm saying? So you kind of have to grow up and mature on your own. You know what I mean? Like you got to be determined to, you know, step outside the norm. Like I don't care what they think or what they say or whatever the case
I
may
think
be.
I think that's up to parents to tell kids what it's supposed to look like.
I blame a lot of
Like
parents.
nobody knows what to say to their kids to teach them how to do it.
I
Like
can say, but a parent can only tell you so much.
what
A
they gonna
parent
tell you what
only
they
went
know.
through so much.
Right.
They're not gonna
So that's a
experience
generational
everything
thing
that
too.
you're gonna
Right.
experience. So
Right.
you
Right.
can't leave it up to the parent to always know to
Right.
tell you that if a dude doing this gonna happen. Like
I'm just saying how it should go.
it should
I know it
be.
don't go that way, but that's how like you should be teaching your son or your daughter like this is what a man's supposed to do, this is what a woman's supposed to do, this is what you're supposed to do to get a woman. This is what you're supposed to do to attract the kind of man that's gonna marry
It
you.
used to be a thing back in the day. I feel like
still
at
is.
least I used to see it in the movies. I'm younger than y'all, so I didn't start dating for real until just recently.
Oh, you mean like the color purple way? Where a man comes to the date
Right.
and like, hey, can I marry your daughter?
Right there. I'm on
I
camera.
want her right. I mean, and that's how it was.
Because I am a hopeless romantic. I do get lost in movies.
But that's how it was. I mean, even back in Africa, like that's how you married your queen. Somebody like coming to America.
Yeah.
It's arranged weddings. Like
Yeah.
the rich family married to the rich family. Like it was arranged. Like but the woman was taught how to treat
Be a
that
wife.
right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And these days, the man don't know how to be a husband, and the wife don't know how to be a wife. So we just going off of social media, love and hip hop. You know what I'm saying?
Memes,
The memes. Listen to your friends who don't know no better. You know what I'm saying? So
See, I've actively tried to not only teach my kids differently, but show them differently. I was just in a call with my daughter the other day, and I don't remember how we got on the subject, but I was telling her about like, I was asking her how does she see my relationship. Like my wife is my daughter's stepmom. So I'm like, I said, like you see us fussing, fighting, arguing, cursing, like all that type of stuff. Do you see that? She was like, no. I was like, that's how a relationship should be. Like it doesn't, like you shouldn't have to, you should not have to deal with somebody cursing you out, being disrespectful to you, going off on you, whatever the case may be. Like, like a man should treat you this type of way, and not only am I telling her that, I'm also trying to show her that. You know what I'm saying? Because I think that's big, like they say, kids gonna do what you do, not what you say. So I can tell her, or I can tell him, my sons, I can tell them the right thing all day long. But if they see me doing the opposite, that's what they're gonna tend to do. So like it starts there as well. Even if you haven't been taught better as a parent, you can still try to show your kids different. You know what I mean? Because every parent knows how they want their kid to grow up. You know what I'm saying? Like you want your kid to grow up this type of way. So even if you don't have the knowledge to teach them, you still have the capability to show them. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's what parents should do. Like do your best to show your kids, who they should be, how they should act, things like that.
It's hard in the black community because I think most like 80% of black kids grow up with one parent in the household. So if 8 out of 10 kids got one parent in the household, how is a kid supposed to see how it's supposed to be done? You know what I'm saying? So
Communication.
I mean, but still they don't, like you said, like I just said, like if you don't see it, you can talk all day. If you don't show me, I don't know.
Yeah. You can say whatever.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
We can fix our mouth to say anything we want to.
I mean, your mama could come with the best list. You're like, oh, that's a really good list. But then you walk outside, your environment teaches you, man, you ain't gotta do all that. You can just do this.
Because I talk about all the time, like how as a kid growing up, my stepfather was on disability. My mother was a home mom. You know what I'm saying? So I never saw nobody get up and go to work every day. I didn't know. I mean, it may sound weird, but I didn't know that was like the thing to do. I didn't know it was normal for somebody to go to work every day. You know what I'm saying? So once I graduated high school, when I started working and stuff, I was bouncing from job to job. You know what I'm saying? Like I just thought that's how things was. You know what I'm saying? And I finally got to a point like once my daughter was about to be born, and something just kind of clicked and realized, okay, I need to start creating some stability. You know what I'm saying? And be more stable. Get a job, things like that. So I even tell my kids, like growing up, I wasn't taught to go to work and pay bills. I mean, well, bills were paid. I didn't know that, of course, as a kid, but I wasn't taught, or even shown that you're supposed to get up and go to work every day for these reasons. You know what I'm saying? So that's something that, but I still understood that, you know what I mean? Like I grew into it, and now I'm trying to show my kids that, like, hey, you got work to do every day. You know what I'm saying? Whether you want to or not. Like my kids talking about I don't want to go to school. Well, I don't want to go to work. You know what I'm saying? We ain't got no choice though. So like even if you're not taught it, you can still try to show them.
Break the cycle, man.
Hey,
break the cycle.
Absolutely. Because if not, you just dooming your kids.
My daughter asked me questions. I have no choice but to tell my daughter everything. That's what I love about it. Like this. So she asks me anything.
But she's 6, so it's question time.
Yes.
Oh yeah, and she will ask, well, why you going to work?
Why
you have to do this? What you paying for? My daughter's very in depth. Well, why? Well, why?
Man,
why? You will go deeper and deeper. And I talk to my baby. I do talk to my daughter, and she knows a lot at 6. Like you can tell by the way she talks to other people, like her verbiage, the words she uses. Like she. I think my daughter manifests how to certain stuff she say, how to ask for stuff, like how to pray. You have to, like you say, show your kids at an early age.
Show them the way. Show them the way.
Absolutely.
Train up a child for where they want to go, man.
Yeah. Sure. So, do you have any questions for men? Like, do you have any questions for us?
So, your question, I know you kind of changed the third question, wording.
Mm-hmm.
What made you put the first? You said about the question 3 versus what men
look for versus what women look for.
You said we look for perfection.
Yeah. So at first,
what made y'all feel as though that's what women look for?
Experience.
Women say it. I've heard it. They wouldn't necessarily say perfection, but you could just tell how women look for the top candidate.
Yeah.
You look for the top candidate to choose. Like men have to get several candidates and be like, well, I hope I can find the best one. Like you automatically looking for the top person. You're not settling for less. Like a woman mentality is not to settle. So she's
Although
not
they
gonna settle.
they
They
do.
have no choice after a while, but they don't go out sell. A man will have to settle.
Why you said ain't got no choice?
I'm saying at a certain age, you don't have a choice. Once you get
You
to a certain
always
age,
have a choice. If you settle, you settle.
That's true.
You always have a choice.
I mean, I'm saying that you selling is going to eventually happen one way or another. Unless
You
you,
don't believe a woman can be happily single by herself?
not forever, no.
Why not?
I don't believe
I
that.
don't think there's no way.
We're not made to be single.
No, right. In human nature, you're not meant to be single. You can't go through life in America alone without at least making $250,000.
Well, who's to say somebody will? I'm just speaking
Who's to
in,
say?
in
Statistics they show that women
hypothetics,
are
but
happy.
who's to say a woman will go through? I'm saying, like, say for instance, if a woman just living her happy go life and then she happen to croak at 35, whatever. I mean, she not thinking about she didn't settle. She'd rather stay. Like for instance, me, I'm choosing to stay by myself. You know, for right now. That's not me choosing to settle. That's not me choosing to because I can't find what I want. I just doing what I.
Oh no, you can find who you want because you still an attractive young
But right.
person. So I'm saying once you get 47,
But I don't.
it's gonna be different.
But who's to say I'm making it 47? I'm saying I'm living that
Well,
happy
we
life.
just saying Satika, we hope we
Yeah,
can
'cause
make it
if-
to 47.
Right, because if you saying like if you live in that single, happy, joyous life, and then you end up dying at 35, like that's not no real life then. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? You dead at 35, that's not no real life. You know what I mean? Like
They
you,
know, like,
And who just say you would even be happy at 35 being alone, rich?
dying alone?
you don't
You think
know.
you'd be happy dying
You
alone?
No,
I
like
can
right
take,
now.
you can take most women. You
No,
don't.
not
You
right now.
no. I'm telling you, there's no way.
So if you had your preference, so this is how you know. Because if you can have things your way, you will be happy in a relationship. If you can have it your way,
Right now,
right now.
like if I could snap my fingers, I was in a happy
If you can
relationship.
have it your way, though, that's the key.
Right.
If you can have
And I
it your way,
snap my
the way
finger and
you
I
want
had
it.
just like I
If
wanted.
you had a
Right?
Aladdin's genie and you was
Right.
like, "What you want?" and he'd be like,
So if you had if like you said, if you had Aladdin's genie and it was okay, I could be perfectly happy single or I could be perfectly happy in a relationship. You would choose to be perfectly happy single?
I promise you, with the mindset and where I'm sitting at right now.
But you said with the mindset, that's because of what like the so we're take the mindset out of it. I'm saying if you could have it your way without the
"Trauma."
without the trauma and the bad history of me.
But that's not really. I mean, that's like saying, would you at the beginning of your life, you want a happy life or you want
Well, no, what I'm saying is,
No, we
what I'm
talking
saying
about
is,
alone or single.
yeah, that's what I'm
You
saying.
want to
We
be
say
with
like,
somebody or not?
right? It's always better to have somebody to share your life with. It is. That's how we're meant. We were created to be together. We were created to have a
I
mate.
think it's easier.
Don't let city girls. Don't let city
Yeah.
girls bother you, man.
I don't
I'm just saying.
to.
Don't listen to. They
Just
saying
messing with y'all.
you
To
can't.
be honest, but I
Oh
see
no,
where
no,
y'all.
no.
I see
Yeah.
where y'all coming from.
It's
with
definitely
y'all.
happy to share
And
your
no
life.
lie, I thought about dying, not dying single, but being alone forever. Like I could just be by myself and just
Cause I know
run through
people
women
are
and just
older
have money.
people
Like
that's just.
I mean, but at that point in time,
They probably do. Some of them are saying
but
they're
when,
happy.
but when
I
you
know
go
some
to the
of them are.
hospital and you see people on their deathbed and they
Right.
by themselves, that's people be dying because of that. Nobody's there. Ain't nobody coming to the funeral. You just sat there and died at 35 with $50 million in the bank, and who gonna spend it? Your daughter. She gonna be happy off your money you work for,
And that's if she happy because you
and she
gone.
gonna have a man.
Oh my God,
You know, they
happy.
say the number one killer of elderly people is retirement because once and especially like once they lose their spouse, like you can look it up.
Yeah, I seen. I just read
Statistics
a few. I
of
seen
elderly
about
people
back to
dying
back
once their
3
spouse is gone,
back to
it
back.
skyrockets
It's
because now you don't have that other person to share your life with. Loneliness is
it'll kill you.
yeah.
It creates stress, anxiety,
It does
and
a
for
little
an
bit of
old person,
everything.
it's horrible. You're gonna die fast with that.
Yeah. So hey, if you can find the right person, I made a post about it not too long ago. I was like, marriage is dope, but marriage to the right person is phenomenal. You know what I'm saying? Like being, like it ain't even got to be marriage. Just
A companion, just somebody who's
you know
there
what I'm
for
saying?
you.
Like a best friend coming home to somebody that is concerned about you, that cares about you, you know that loves you. You know what I'm saying? Like to share your joys with, to share your ups, your downs, like all that, man. That shit dope.
Yeah, I know I'm meant for one person, which is why I can't even with dating. I don't like talking to most people. like most people want. I don't care for that. I don't care for the hype of that. Honestly, my tolerance, I get annoyed too quick. I don't like being on my phone talking to people, numerous people. That dinging annoys the hell out of me. So I know I'm not meant to be single to deal with Tom, Dick, and Harry all the damn time. I need I will have my one eventually. But right now, like I said, I do want to find myself. And
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
myself
Oh, you
completely.
should show find yourself.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Nothing
If
wrong
you
with
can help
that.
with yourself, you more definitely gonna help with
Yeah.
I'm happy with myself. I came a long way. Y'all don't understand how heavy it is with where I am today because
Thank the Lord.
shit,
Right.
here go my hell.
I say all the time, a lot of people don't know how to be in relationships because they don't know how to be alone.
Exactly.
Like if you don't know how to be by yourself, you ain't gonna never. I find it very hard for you to be able to succeed in a relationship.
I've learned how to be alone with myself, isolation wise as far as being at home with my mentality. But I mean, this time around, that's what I did last year. This time around, I want to be alone as far as dating to figure out what I like in my adult life now.
So what's different this year as opposed to last year?
Last year, I spent a lot of time finding myself mental wise.
Mhm.
So I did a lot of work spiritual wise, working on myself, my traumas, finding out I have detachment issues, why I have detachment issues, working through that type of stuff.
Mhm.
So I figured out why it is that I react to certain stuff when I am dating or why I expect certain stuff out of, whenever it comes to certain situations. I'm figuring out that, last year. So now and I even like the question you just asked me, like I snap my fingers and be in a relationship, like I realized I don't want to be in a relationship right now. Like last year, yeah, I probably that's probably why I did so much dating because I was trying to find, who, to be with somebody. But now it's like I want to be able to. Why do I want to be with somebody so bad? And I figured out, it's just because I genuinely care about people. Like when I with somebody, like whatever I do for somebody is like I like doing it.
You say you love hard.
Yes, and I do, and so I'm now trying to find myself as far as take a break on all that love that I give to anybody else, put into myself because I did a lot and I accepted a lot that I didn't have to. So this year I want to take all of that that I gave to everybody else, all the doing, like I could have been vacation after vacation last year, with all the money I spent on other people, but I didn't. So this year I'm putting it all on myself, my kids. I even took out of my kids not to do for other people that I didn't have to. And this year I'm not doing it. It's strictly gonna be for me and my kid and like I said, finding myself and dating myself and finding what it is that I like being an adult, a single adult in 2022.
2022.
All thing I would say with that, but don't fall into being content with being by yourself. Like you don't get comfortable. Like I can do that.
Of course, that's why I
I
said
do it forever.
I'm dating with a purpose. That's why I'm saying
Right.
if I was to date, if I meet somebody, like I didn't meet a guy, we ended up chatting, it wasn't a date or anything, it was more so a business thing. But I thought about like if he was, trying to date me or anything, I wouldn't want to miss out on my blessing for real.
Exactly.
Saying, I want to date myself and do all this stuff. Like I'm not gonna miss out on the opportunity if it presents itself. But I'm not looking
No, look,
necessarily to be in a relationship.
choose wisely.
Yes.
All right. So you got any other questions for us?
No, I guess not.
Okay, so so now we gonna get to a segment that we call it "Giving the Game Away." It's the name of the podcast. You see, so that's what we want to do now. We want to actually give some game away. So, our guest. So, if you were giving a female some game, if you were giving her some game as far as dating goes in 2022, what would you tell her?
I would definitely say what I do is I try to not set expectations, for one.
That's big.
Yeah. 2, take heed to red flags. Definitely take heed to the red flags. Don't think, it's just, no. Like, if you gonna have a certain amount of red flags that you do, make sure you counting them bitches, like, for real. Like,
That's 7. That's the limit.
like,
Right.
whatever.
But that's real though.
I'm
Yeah.
for real. And lastly, I'll just say, for me, I've always been the type of person to treat people how I want to be treated. So rather that's on a financial aspect when it comes to dating, like I'm not gonna ask for no extravagant. Oh, I know females that the first date you gotta give me food out. I want to be food out. Have realistic expectations. If you're looking for something genuine, because if you asking for something like that up front, a man's gonna expect something in return, so they're gonna get what they can out of it. So if you're not trying to go that route, don't create that mindset that early up, in the process. So that would be my top three without going on. What would y'all say from a man's perspective?
We
I
could
would say,
Okay, I'm just
what's the game you give away?
I would say, as far as dating in 2022, um, I would say date with a purpose. If you're looking for, a significant other, long term, for sure, date with a purpose. Know what you want. Know what you don't want. Because knowing your needs and your wants, and knowing what your red flags or your pet peeves are, needs to be on the first date. You need to be understanding that on the first date what this person is coming with. You ain't got to come with the whole question of what you bring to the table, and girls say, I am the table. Like, you ain't got to go with that. But I would say when you go on your first date, you need to be asked. It need to be like an interview.
Yeah.
exactly.
You know what I'm saying? You need to be in it. That's if you dating with a purpose. Now I know some people just go on date because they hungry, or because they want to see
Right.
Spider-Man movie. But I'm saying, as far as like, if you dating with a purpose to be married, you most definitely should be coming to that date, all those dates, as an interview for this employer or employee for the rest of your life. Like, so you need to be coming like, what your 5-year plan is. Do you want kids? You need to be coming with serious questions, like, you know what I'm saying? Because like, you do not want to waste time dealing with somebody who is not dating with a purpose like you are. Because like, right, you know what I'm saying? So I mean, whether you want to call them expectations or rules, regulations, whatever you want to call it, like, I do believe, because I've told like female friends, like, the reason you mess up is because you're not dating with a purpose. Like, you just hoping for the best. You go on a date hoping that he the one, hoping that he go do you right. Hope, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't coming saying like, this is what I require. If you're not meeting these things, then we can no longer date. You cool, you cute, you got money, but you not these things that I require to make it to 50 years of marriage. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is life sentence here. Like, what you doing? You know what I'm saying? It ain't no, I'm just going with the flow. Well, I'm not going with the flow. I'm going with this. This is my flow. What you going with? Okay, I'm not going with that flow. I'm doing this. And people need to draw a line. They line in the sand and saying, this is what you want, and not
And walk
giving
away with
grace.
respect.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Without
don't
all
give,
that extra, you won't
don't,
get it.
right. Don't be, you know what I'm saying? If you know you don't want no more kids, and dude talking about he want kids, or old girl talking about she want
Don't
kids,
do it.
No.
do not hope for the best. Like, maybe I can change her mind. Maybe I can change. That is a flag. If that person is saying I'm not doing that, or I don't see me doing it, walk away. If you know you want more kids, don't do it. If that person ain't got kind of goals or ambitions, or, you know what I'm saying, want to be in the business ventures like you are, cut it. Because if you doing that
It's the time.
and they not doing it, it's some way, shape or form, it's gonna create a problem. Like, if you like going on trips and stuff like that, and they like sit at the crib not doing nothing, there's gonna eventually be a problem one day. Now, it may work. I'm not saying it won't work. It may work. But I'm telling you, if you have a different mindset than the person you trying to spend the rest of your life with, it's gonna eventually end badly. Like, you know what I'm saying? I think it will. It's gonna dissipate some kind of way. Whether it's 5 years from now, 10 years from now, I done seen people get divorced after 20 years of marriage, and I'd be like, "What happened after 20 years? Like, y'all should be used to each other. Oh, we grew apart. 20 years? Like, obviously y'all got together on the wrong term because like you married the wrong person." So I would just say, date with a purpose. Have your rules and regulations, your expectations, your goals of what you want. You know what I'm saying? Your mate to have for you to live long and prosper with this person. You know what I'm saying? So I say that.
All right. So my game I would give away would be, it's really only one thing. Know the difference between what it is you want and what it is you need.
Mm.
Um, every man wants a woman with a bad body and a beautiful face. You know what I'm saying? Every woman, wants a man that's financially stable and,
Rich.
look like Michael B. Jordan or something. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But, well, I'm just saying, like, I'm saying, like, generally. You know what I mean? But that's what you want. But knowing the difference between what you want and need is important. You know what I'm saying? Like I say, everybody wants certain things, but you can understand at a certain time, like, yeah, I want a woman with a big old booty, but I don't need it. It's not a necessity. I need somebody who um is God fearing. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody who prays a lot. You know, that's what I need. I have to have this. You know what I'm saying? I don't just want it. I have to have this. So, you know, you grow up and you initially start dating, you know what you want. That's the first thing you learn. You learn what you want in a mate. You learn what you want them to look like, how you want them to sound, what you want them to do, what you want them to say. But then as you go through dating, you realize what you need. Okay, I don't need them to look this way. You know, I just need them to think this way. I need them to act this way. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's super super important. Like just knowing those differences and recognizing it, and then turning what you want into what you need. You know what I'm saying? Or I actually said it the wrong way. Turning what you need into what you want, rather. You know what I'm saying? Make those needs your wants. Okay. So now I'm looking for what it is I need, as just opposed to what it is I want. You know what I'm saying? Like you do that, and I think your outcomes with these relationships will be a lot different. You know what I'm saying? Stop looking for little baby and little dirty in these men, and stop looking for Meg and Cardi in these women. Like, you know, that may be what you want, but it ain't what you need.
They are not role models.
You got kids, you need a stepmother, you know what I'm saying, or a stepfather. That's what you need. And you need to realize that. You need to realize that. So recognize those differences, man, that's super important. You do that, you'll step ahead. You'll step ahead of the game. All right, y'all. So this was giving away game. This was first episode, season 2.
Season 2.
This was all about dating. We had some good conversations.
We did, man.
We did. We had
It's
some
been
good
on kind of
conversations.
long, man.
Right.
Yeah.
Long episode.
It's all wrong. What if I want to? Man, we in a new set. You know what I'm saying? We in a new set and everything. Man, we had to go on.
However long it takes to get the game out, man.
Right. That's all that matters.
My bad. I should have.
Yeah. So I guess E, do you have any point words?
No, I just thank you guys for having me on the first episode of
First episode.
So
season 2 to my numbers, y'all.
You're not.
first
Y'all
episode.
go to my numbers.
Really?
Two.
That's one of they call
Number
angel
2,
numbers or something.
yes, my angel number.
I'm trying to look at them one day. I saw a girl. She had like 3 warms on her back, and I was like, "I got teddy marks on your back." She was like, "This are not teddy marks." I said, "Oh, okay."
Wow.
I look. I mean,
Not
Look.
really nice.
All right, so like I said, y'all, this was episode 1, season 2. New set, new mindset. You know, we really trying to get some game away this season.
for sure.
We thank y'all for joining us. Looking forward to episode 2.
Like the video, subscribe. PerfectVictorySTL.com. Giving away game, the podcast at gmail.com. Don't say send your comments, concerns, questions if you want to be on the show.
Yeah.
You want to reach out to Big E over
Yeah,
here.
Big
You know what I'm
E.
saying?
Shout out to Big E.
You know what I'm saying? We're trying to get connection, trying to get networking going, and you know what I'm saying?
All that.
Trying to make it, man.
All that.
Yes,
So 22.
Yeah,
Page
all
22. You know
20.
All that.
what I'm saying?
Again, y'all, thanks for showing. I'm sorry. Thanks for coming on. Thanks for watching. You know, thanks for being a part of this with us. We'll see y'all next time.
Hey.
See y'all next time.
In-house production.